Alright, so in this video we are going to talk about expressing rational numbers from fraction to decimal form and vice versa. For example, we have 3/4 and we want to change this into a decimal form. So both fraction and decimal are under rational numbers, which are composed of uh, fractions with positive and negative numbers, and including 0, as well as the decimal numbers, both positive and negative. So those are rational numbers. But anyway, we'll be discussing how to convert this from fraction to decimal. So for example, we have 3/4, and how do we change this into decimal? So there are two ways to change this. So the simplest is we are going to make the denominator into 100. So to do that, we're going to multiply it by 25 to make it 100. So you just need to figure out what number to multiply to the denominator, which is the one at the bottom, to make it 100. So in this case, it's 4 times 25 to make it 100, and you have to do it the same, the top and the bottom. So 3 times 25 is 75, and the bottom is 4 times 25 is 100. So it doesn't matter whatever number is on top, as long as the denominator should be 100. And then change it into to decimal. So I'm gonna write it as 0.75. So observe that the last number should be in the hundreds place because this denominator is 100. So if the bottom is only 10, then you just need to put it here in the first place of the decimal, which is the tens place. So since it's 100, so it has to be in the hundreds place. Now, of course, if it's a mixed number, so since we know that 3/4 is 0.75, so you just need to add the whole number as 1.75. And if it's 20 and 3/4, so we know that 3/4 is 0.75, so you just need to add 20 as a whole number, so it will be 20.75. Now if it's 2/3, so 2/3, the 3, it's hard for us to find a number which is, if we multiply it by 3, you'll get 100. And even if it's 3/4, you can use this kind of method. So if it's this case and you can't just simply multiply it and make it 100, you just have to divide the numerator and the denominator. So 2 divided by 3. So you're going to put it in this way. So 2 divided by 3. So of course you can't divide it, so you just need to add one more 0 on the right side and put the decimal point. So 20 divided by 3, the closest number to multiply with 3 to get a close number, so it will be 6, so because 6 times 3 is 18. And make sure you also copy the decimal point, which is this. It should be aligned with this decimal point. And then you subtract 20 minus 18, which is equal to 2. And then since we still have a remainder, so we're going to add one more 0 at the right and copy it here below, and you divide 20 divided by 3 again. So it's the same number, so you just need to do the same procedure, which is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And then you subtract again 20 minus 18, so it will be 2. And again, you're going to continue with 0, and then 0, and then again it's 20. So it's just a repeated 6. So it will be 0.666 and so on. So or you can write it as 0.6 and then you put a bar on top. That means it is repeating infinitely. So that means 2/3 is equivalent to 0.6666 and so on. Now if there is a whole number like 4 and 2/3, so since we know that 2/3 is 0.666, so it will be 4.666 and so on, or 4.6 bar. So just simply put this whole number 4 here and get the decimal of the fraction. So if it's 0. 75. So from decimal to fraction, I mean, so we're going to write it as 75 and 100 because this 5 is in the hundreds place, so it has to be 100 at the bottom. So whatever the place value of the last number at the rightmost, so it will be the one at the denominator. So and then you reduce it. So you divide it by 25 for both, so it will be equal to 3/4. Now, if there is a whole number like 15.75, so since you know that 0.75 is equivalent to 3/4, so you just need to copy the whole number here and it becomes a mixed form. And if it's only one decimal place, 0.2, so since this is what you call a tenths place, so you just need to put a 10 at the bottom, not 100, because that's the place value of the 2. So it's tenths. So 2 over 10 and then reduce it. Both are divisible by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 0.2 is equivalent to 1/5. And then we have 0.105. So if it's 3 digits, so you are going to convert it into 105 over 1000. So observe that it's 1000 since this third digit is in the thousands place. So that's why the denominator is 1000. And then you reduce it. As long as it can be reduced, so you just need to reduce the fraction. Both are divisible by 5, so we divide it. So it will be 21 over 200. Now, how about if it's repeating? So it's repeating numbers 0.666 and so on. So in this case, you are going to write it as 6 over 9 because 6 here it's not simply in the tens place because it's infinitely long number. It's a repeated 6. So if it's only a repeating one number, so just need to put over 9. If it's two numbers repeated, then you just put 2 nines. So since it's 6 over 9, it can be reduced, so you have to reduce it. Both are divisible by 3. So it will be 2/3. So 0.666 is 2/3. So if there is a whole number like 12.66 and so on, so since you know that 0.6 bar is of 2/3, so you just need to put the whole number 12, and then it becomes 12 and 2/3. You might wonder why it's 9, it's over 9, why not other numbers? There's a proof of that and how it is being derived, but it will be, we're gonna make a new separate video for that since it's a long discussion. So if it's two numbers being repeated, so you have to put it into nines. So it will be 12 over 99 because since this is two digits repeated, so it's 12, 12, 12, and so on. So it will be 12 over 99. So the number of nines here depends on the number of digits being repeated. So if there are 5 numbers repeated here, then you put 5 nines at the bottom and then we reduce it. So reduce, both are divisible by 3. So 12 divided by 3. So it's going to be 4, and 99 divided by 3 is 33. So, and that is the last example. So of course, if there is a whole number here, let's say for example 5 and 0.12 and it's repeated, so you just need to put here 5 and 4 over 33. So I hope you have learned something in this video, and please subscribe to my channel.